Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Dungeons. I hope everyone's doing great today. I know that I am. We're hopping right back on into our game save here. Haven't done much since the last episode. I don't think really I've done anything at all in our game here. So yeah, we're really just picking up right where we ended on the last episode. So if you guys recall, over the last few episodes we've been going through and trying to collect the ruins since we have finished the main game. We have been going back through and playing all the different areas and getting the runes from them. We could actually take a jump right over to our to the temple here, to the cathedral, and we could see what all we have thus far. Actually, I came the wrong way here. But we're going to continue on that path today. We're actually going to head to the Cacti Canyon. At least that is the plan for today. I do want to get back over into the jungle DLC along with the ice forest, the winter forest, whatever it is called, the wintry DLC, because I also have that. And Howling Peaks has come out. You can now play that DLC as well. Now it is a little bit funky. Here, let's click this. I'll show you the runes we have. We have 5 of our 10 runes, so we are slowly but surely getting there. But anywho, it is a little bit weird. So as I have mentioned before, I play Minecraft Dungeons on Xbox Game Pass for PC. That's all I need, so that's what I play it on. I think it's a great investment for myself because of all the different games that it has to offer. But you know, to each their own. But for some reason, when you have it through Game Pass, you can buy the DLCs individually. Well, first you can buy the Hero Edition of Minecraft Dungeons, which was one of the first ones that came out alongside Minecraft Dungeons itself, and that gives you the first 2 DLCs. So not Howling Peaks, it gives you the jungle and the let's see here. I'll pull it up because I'm going to keep mispronouncing what it actually is. The Frosted Forge. So it gives you Jungle and Frosted Forge, but it doesn't give you Howling Peaks. Now, Howling Peaks is new, and it's actually included in the Season Pass, which I've talked on in previous episodes that you can now get. However, for some reason, with the Game Pass, you can buy the Howling Peaks DLC on its own, but you can't get the Season Pass. I don't know why, but it doesn't have a buy functionality for the Season Pass through the Game Pass. Now, you all might be wondering, well, you know, if you're already investing in all the DLCs, because the DLCs do not come with Game Pass, only the base game does, then why don't you just buy the base game? And I'm tempted to. I'm tempted to just buy the base game and have it, and then to get the Season Pass on top of it at this point, especially because we've been playing it so much, and there is a lot more to come with all the different DLCs, so I've been considering it, but I just wanted to let you guys know, any of you out there who are playing on Game Pass, that that's not an option, unfortunately. The other thing I did want to talk on was a suggestion, again from Aiden Gaming over on the Discord. Links to the Discord down in the description below. But they had mentioned that Phantom Armor is really good for the setup that we are rolling with. With our... I'll pull it up here. Our harp crossbow and the growing the infinity, and then utilizing the torment quiver. It's a really good setup. Ooh, what is that little time thing? Oh, special event item. I never noticed that. I never noticed there's a special event item tagged by it. I wonder if that's new. But anywho, supposedly they have said that the Phantom Armor is very good combination with that because it gives more souls gathered and increases your ranged damage. Now, I don't know if this one is really that great. It doesn't really look like it because there's only a few things here, but it's only 175 emeralds. So I figured we would grab it and we would give it a go. So we do have a few points on here that we could easily utilize until we find something good. A good piece of it that has better enchantments on it, because this one, I mean, doesn't really have anything that great on it. Now it is unfortunately going to make us a lot slower, and yeah, it just has a chance to deflect them. So anywho, I thought it'd be cool to pick it up. Why not? And maybe we will find Phantom Armor as we go. There's a nice broadsword in the shop there, and then obviously we could do the secret one. But anywho, I'm wasting a lot of time. Let's head to the Cacti Canyon for today's episode. So, Cacti Canyon it is. We have found every single item here, so we're not looking for any new items. It's more so just kind of taking out enemies and getting to the ruin so that we can unlock that. Need to adjust my setup here a little bit.
The Arch-Illager seeks to summon armies of the undead using a power that rests deep within an ancient and forgotten desert temple. Finding the temple, however, is an adventure in its own right. For the entrance lies hidden somewhere in this canyon, a sprawling maze of malevolent mobs and lost secrets.
Malevolent mobs. That's a new one. Really haven't heard that before. Let's take a peek at our map here. So 2 secrets, 2 chests to find. Not too shabby. What do we got right at the start here? Nothing really. I mean, there's this back area here. I honestly, I know I've mentioned this many times before, but I think because we beat the main game, it's unlocked new map set, like map layouts for us. Even though we've been through these before, like some of the area will look similar, but some of it is quite different. So, and I want to contribute that to it being. Oof! Wow, we go really slow with this setup now. I want to contribute it to us actually finishing the main game, but I'm not 100% sure. So. Yeah, this thing is actually pretty sick. Alright. It is like, we do only have it for a period of time though, so we do need to keep that in mind. And it does utilize a lot of arrows. I mean, it's a cool setup. We'll rock with it for a little bit here. And our arrows are doing great damage. But also at the same time, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It is a good setup. It is. So. Get that apple there. I really do like the Cacti Canyons. They are really cool. Yeah, our melee weapon is very slow. And I think it's because the armor that we were rocking before had a higher melee, right? Attack speed on melee is 25% more with our other armor. What does that mean? We have 2 left. Oh, I see what it is. We have a certain amount of them that we can actually utilize. Now we only have 1 left. Okay. So this is from our Torment Quiver. We get a certain amount in our backlog that we can actually use. So you get 3 of them. Seems like. Maybe? It's weird because it looks like we get 3, but it seems like we've gotten more than that. Or we fired more than that. How are we doing? We might have missed a secret over that way. I'm not too worried on it. Alright, we're doing good. Ooh, there's one right there, so that's good. Get that guy out of here. Commentary at an all-time low right now. It's actually kind of cool. It does it at dual levels there. Like we fired them and it got the guy above at the higher level as well as the lower level as well. Alright. It is really cool that it does go through walls, so you could easily hide and then take out enemies. Alright, cool. And then we got our chest here. We got a trick bow, nothing too crazy from that, but we do need to keep going on our main path here. So, I'm gonna cut away and do some exploration, and I'll bring you guys on back once we find something cool. Alright guys, we've progressed a decent amount here. I am just now working on powering up these beacons, which it's, again, funny because I don't really recall doing this in the first time around. Now again, I could have, you know, I could be Just forgetting that this was a thing. But we're doing really good damage, and the more I use this setup with this harp bow, and you know, with growing and infinity, and with this armor as well, the more and more I actually like it. So the only thing that gets me down is our movement speed. I do wish our movement speed was just a little bit quicker. I feel like it would be a little bit nicer if it was just a little faster. So I do realize I jumped down here. I probably should have stayed up there, but no worries, it's fine. But yeah, these things are awesome, and you can see they changed the type of arrow that is coming through as well when we do that. I don't think I can easily get back up there, unfortunately. Let's see here. I think I can go underneath, maybe. Ooh, there's a crossbow over here. I didn't even notice that. I will happily take that. And I think, unfortunately, we got to get back upstairs first. We got to go up a level and go back across the bridge, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't mean to do that one. Thought we were good to go, but that's okay. I would like to find some of this phantom armor with some better enchantments on it. I think that'd be really nice to have. Oh, the last one's right up here. Cool. Grab this one, and we're good to go. Find the temple. That is what we're on to, is finding the temple. Alright, it's moving right along. Not too shabby. We do have one phantom arrow still in our quiver, so we can utilize that. Very weird. There's no mobs here. Kind of surprised there's no mobs here. This area right here always got me. I always was wondering why that's there. I remember that part on the first map for sure. And it just didn't make sense to me why that was there. And you can't get back to it. There's a lot of weird parts on these maps that I mean, don't really make sense to me, so whatever. It's actually kind of interesting with the quiver as well, that you can have one still in your inventory, right? Or still on your quiver, a phantom arrow still on your quiver, and it'll still recharge the actual quiver item itself, though, it seems like. Yeah, we're just tearing through these guys. Yeah, not a problem at all. And we've been picking up so many arrows. That was the one thing I was a little bit worried about, was arrows, considering, you know, it seems like it would chew through arrows relatively easily. We did get some mercenary armor. Nothing too great there, actually, unfortunately. Oh, we got an ender boy. Actually not too bad to take them out now. I'm not actually that concerned with Endermen anymore. They're actually not too bad to take out. And then you have parts of the map that are like that, which is just weird looking. I don't know why, it's so strange. Strangely formatted there. We got one of these guys. I forgot that those guys were in this map as well. Really cool enemy though, because you don't really see them that often, so. Alright, yeah, this setup is really growing on me. Once we find some really good phantom armor, I think it'll really wrap out our build here. But until that point, I think we gotta use what we gotta use. And I think for right now, having that increased damage on our projectiles is the best way to go about it. And then obviously we have our backup melee weapon, which is really good. It's our Eternal Knife, which is awesome. Exploding and Enigma Resonator. So triple damage based on the number of souls that we have. So the more souls we have, the better off we are. And we do have a lot of souls, especially with this armor. So yeah, we definitely want to get phantom armor, because now that I'm thinking about it, it even contributes into our melee weapon. You can have that. There we go, and we did level up, which is awesome. slowly but surely making our way, progressing our way forward. We do have the key, which is there. About a battle. Don't really want to use up all of our souls. That's for sure. But the reason I haven't cut away is we are at a location where the button should be. So we can grab him. Okay, I don't know why. Oh, maybe that was from my knife. Probably from my knife. But I believe the key, or the button, is in this location. Ah, it's right there. Right here. Right behind this palm tree. And what that is going to do is open up into where we can get our rune, which is perfect. That's exactly what our main goal of coming back through the Cacti Canyon was. And there we go. Cacti Canyon Rune accomplished. Now we can take it. I don't know if it automatically goes back to the cathedral or not, but regardless, we'll take it there. So all we're going to do now is wrap up the level. No reason to skip out on it because we've already made it this far through the Cacti Canyon. So why not just keep going? Yeah, we just destroy enemies with this setup. Alright, and we got that taken care of, so we can now get in here. And we can get the next key, I believe. Well, we gotta activate these beacons first, and then we gotta get the gold key from across the way here. Just like so. Oh my gosh. It does annihilate them. Like, this was a great suggestion. I'm always for hearing about new builds, new ways that we can go about playing the game itself. Because, I mean, they give you all these different equipment types that you can utilize to play through your game. So why necessarily do you need to stick to one? You don't have to. And that's what I want to try to avoid as much as possible. So, alright, we got our key put in there. We got our arrows back. Phantom arrows for the win. They do just annihilate, and with that knockback, oh, it's so nice. This really is a great setup. I gotta give it to I think it's Aiden. Either way you pronounce it, I really do appreciate it. Over on the Discord, again, if you want great suggestions, highly recommend checking out the Discord. Well, at least this suggestion. He posted it over there, at least this one, so. Alright, get our phantom arrows back. Oh, and we're finding so many arrows too. Like, we're up to like, what, almost 400? Well, we're at 350, so it's not really almost 400. But we're getting up there in arrows. Okay, I mean, there's probably secrets around here somewhere. It looks like it was a portal at one point in time. But anywho, I'm going to keep progressing through here, and I'll catch you guys once we get a little bit further. Alright guys, I think we've pretty much made it all the way through here towards the temple, and I love that the temple looks like a temple from Minecraft itself. But I believe we get this and we get the victory right there, because the desert temple on its own is something different.
What truths and treasures await you inside?
So that's pretty much gonna do it for the Cacti Canyon. We are pretty set. I do want to take a peek through though and see what other locations could have phantom armor, because I would love to try to go through one of those and get some different phantom armor, maybe with some different enchantments on it. So we did get a soul lantern. Take a peek at what that necessarily is. Summons a creature. That's that. Okay. I did pick up a heavy crossbow. I'm fine with our heart bow right now, so I'm gonna get rid of a lot of this stuff we really don't need. We'll get rid of that. And we'll hold on to everything else for the time being. I think we have a couple good things here going for us. We got these boys in the shop, so we still need to get them going a little bit here. No phantom armor in there, unfortunately. I don't think the luxury merchant is going to have that. It does have a Winter's Touch bow. Fires 3 arrows when charged, freezes on impact. That's kind of cool. but that's probably from the DLC. That's probably why we're seeing it there. And then we have our mystery one here, so nothing too crazy. Actually, let's take a quick peek over at the temple here, or at the cathedral, I should say. I gotta get my terminology straight here. I guess it could be either or, realistically. Alright, in we go. And let's see what we got going on here. All the way down to the end. This is the longest haul ever. But I believe all these pictures are of developers, if I'm not mistaken. Which is kind of cool that they put them in here, so. Let's see here. We should have 6 now. We do. We did miss out 1 in the exact order, which I'm not quite sure what that would necessarily be. So we did the Cacti Canyons, right? And we've done the Soggy Swamp. I think we've done Pumpkin Pastures, if I'm not mistaken. We've done Creeper Woods, I think. Yeah, we've done that. Let's see. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Did you see that? That was interesting how the first one, like, they like disappear at like a different rate for some reason. Yeah, like that first one's gone. Okay, now it's back. And then they're all gone. So strange. Anywho, alright, let's take a look at the map here. Because I am curious where we could get some phantom armor from. So, not in the Pumpkin Pastures. There is Haven here, which does have a scythe, which I really want to find, and something else. We have not been able to find those just yet. Let's see what else we got here. Nothing there. The Soggy Cave would have some potentially, which is really what we want. We don't want the Soul Robe, and then the Creeper Crypt would have some as well. The Creepy Crypt, the Creepy Crab. It almost looks like this would have it too. I'm kind of confused. All right. And where's this one? Is this in the Pumpkin Pastures? It is. So I think the Creepy Crypt would be our best bet. But there is the daily. We could try for the daily because we do have some time. Let's go for it. We're not a high enough level yet, unfortunately, for it. But we're going to try to just go through it and get through as much as we possibly can with it. So there will probably be a decent amount of cuts for this. All right, here we go. Right off the bat, we have a chest, which there's 12 chests. Yeah, I forgot. This is a very, very big map. Whoa, what is that? I've never seen one of those before. What are these guys? All right, I mean, we're doing good. Alright, we're definitely not going the right way here. Oh my gosh, they hit hard too. It is kind of nice because we can go through walls on this. We do have a secret right off the bat here. Get this guy taken out. Alright, what do we get here? Just a common bow, nothing crazy. There we go. Yeah, we have a lot to explore here. So I'm going to keep looking around, and once we find something good, I'll bring you guys on back. Alright, this is actually kind of interesting. So I think I found just a little timed trial, or not a time trial, but like, we're probably going to have to fight some enemies here. Yep. I knew it. How did I know? How did I know we would click a button and all these enemies would spawn? We died! What? Whoa, we got hit hard then. Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Could have been any of those. There we go. Yikes. Yeah, we got hit hard probably. But there we go. We did get some ghostly armor. Ooh, okay. I don't think we've actually seen this before. I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff that we don't need. Briefly gain ghost form when rolling. 30% chance to negate hits. Those who wear ghostly armor may feel their bodies briefly disconnect from the physical world. This is actually kind of cool. It does have some good stuff on it, but I really want some phantom armor. I don't really want that. I mean, it's a cool add-on, but anywho, we're gonna keep moving. All right, we just fought through another one of these little trial areas, and we got another chest here. And this time we did get some phantom armor. It doesn't have a high as level as our current one, but let's see what we got on it. So we have snowball, health synergy, swift-footed, which is awesome, and then death barter. The first set amount of emeralds collected are stored and then spent to save the player from death. It's actually kind of interesting. I really like swift-footed though. That doesn't really help. When activating any artifact, you regain a small amount of health. It's nice, but it's not like that nice. Plus 50%. Okay, yeah. And that's right. Okay. Again, it's nice, but it's just not, it doesn't have exactly what we're looking for on it. So we'll keep moving. Hopefully we'll find another set of it. All right, guys. So we have found an area that we need to connect to the redstone for here. I'm never good at these. And so what I end up doing is just kind of clicking back and forth until we get it. I know there's like easy patterns to figure this out, but this is pretty much what I just do. I just go back and forth like this until we get it, just like so. Again, there's probably some logistical or logical way of doing it. I'm just not patient enough to do it. So unfortunately we only got a sword from that, but that is 7 out of the 14 chests that we could find here. I thought I explored that whole area. I think I did. I think it's just because I'm on a higher level, it looks a little bit different, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just because we're at a higher level. But yeah, this is a huge map. I mean, we've only got this far into it so far, so there's plenty more for us to do, so we're gonna just keep on going. All right, guys, we've come up on another little fight area, so let's get this. Yeah, these arrows are the best. No question about it. And get him taken out. And that should be it. So we do have 2 pots in here, which will just give us some emeralds. And then we do have another chest, which just gave us another bow. So nothing great, unfortunately. We're going to get rid of that stuff because we do like what we're rocking with thus far. Yeah, and we'll just keep going. Alright, guys. We found some other phantom armor here. It is a little bit lower, it looks like. And it only has 1 enchantment on it. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to just get rid of it. Doesn't really make sense for us to have it. But we have been progressing relatively well thus far. I can show you. We've come a very, very long way here. And there's still a lot more to go. But this setup that we got going is amazing. No doubt about it. It has really, really been pulling its weight when we have been fighting through things, and there's just so much for us to explore on this map. Now, you don't have to go through all of this if you are playing. You could easily just skip to the end of what you're playing if you're doing this daily. Now, obviously, you guys won't have the same daily because you'll be seeing this after the daily has already been done and over with, so. But yeah, just such a big area to go and explore. Alright, we're gonna keep going. Alright, guys, so we're up here finding the lost tome here in the crypt. We got the hunter's armor from this chest, so unfortunately, again, not what we're looking for, but we got a bunch of pots around here that we can take out and get all of these emeralds from. Lots and lots of emeralds. So we'll do this, and then we should be able to leave the crypts, which I've actually already gone and explored the whole place already. Didn't really mean to. I just kind of started going off and then realized, oh, well, I was supposed to find the tome first. So, but it's fine. Alright, and it did sound like we had a chest pop somewhere, did we not? Yep, right here. And I think that is the last chest here. Yep, and actually there's one more chest to be found. But I did not have any luck finding it, so it very easily could be hidden somewhere. I mean, relatively easy to find. There's a lot of nooks and crannies though, which kind of makes it harder to find certain things. So I have not found anything additional that's really that great, unfortunately. Let me see here. We gotta navigate our way through here, but this is a huge map. I did switch our phantom armor over to the one that had swift-footed on it, and I just put 1 point on it, so we could get swift-footed going, and it would make it a little bit quicker to go through these dungeons. I do see that pot down there, but I'm not worried about it. Oh my gosh, please don't let us die at the end here. I don't know why. Sometimes I just get stuck. I don't know why exactly I get stuck. It just kind of happens from time to time. Alright, and that should do it. That should be the last of it, so we should be able to get out of here. Oh, I think this might be why, because we have to keep going once we're outside. I forgot about this part. Completely forgot about this part of it. So let's just take a peek around, because now I do want to find this last chest. What is here? You see, there's something there. There's like a thing of cobblestone there. But I guess it's nothing. So, anywho, let's keep moving here. The other thing I have realized is why it seems like we are getting way more of these quiver arrows than I thought. It's because you're only supposed to get 3 of them. However, if you have infinity on it like we do, it has a chance of actually replenishing that specific arrow. So you could have more than 3 spawn, which is pretty cool. So we have 3 in our quiver right now. However, if we hit infinity a couple times in a row, and you can see it on the left-hand side when it does hit, just like right there, it won't deplete one of our 3 arrows. However, we didn't hit infinity 1 time there, so now we're down to 2. It's very interesting. It is a very, very good setup. Definitely awesome to have infinity on here. And I think if you just keep hitting it... Okay, yeah. I think it kind of ran its course there, unfortunately. But we just kept hitting it there, and it did keep populating, which is really cool, so... I think we're going to be able to get through the daily here pretty easily. Well, I should say, it's not really pretty easily. It was actually kind of a tough way to get through the daily. But I think ultimately we did a pretty good job, so. And I think that's it, right? I think that's everything. I don't think there's anything hidden in here. It looks like there might be something there. But I don't know if we can do it when we're playing the daily or not. Or if we've already gotten it or not. Please hold. Okay, so there is not one that we find here. It does look like there's something that should be there, but I'm mistaken, so don't just ignore me with saying that there might be one there. So we did make it through. That is a victory for us, which is awesome. That will complete the daily as well, which is nice. We actually kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone in this episode, finding the Cacti Canyon Rune as well as completing the daily, or at least one of the dailies. So let's see what we get from the chest here. We did get a hawk brand, which I think I've seen a hawk brand before, which is awesome. There's multi-roll on that. That looks really cool. Alright. I wish there was a way that you could take enchants off of one armor and give it to another. Ooh, this one looks kind of cool. Doesn't look like it has speed on it, but it actually looks like it has something else that we were just looking at before I got rid of it. Which none of these seem to have. I mean, do we grab it? Why don't we grab it? We got plenty of money. Let's just see what it's all about. Let's see what it's all about. So this is Gravity Pulse. A blast occurs every 5 seconds that pulls nearby enemies towards you. Definitely don't want that. Definitely don't want that either. So not that great. Soul Speed. When you gather Soul, you gain a 5% stacking movement speed boost for a short period of time. That's actually pretty nice, but I kind of like the other one. Electrified and then Snowball. So not that great, honestly. I'd much rather us be have this one. Yeah, I'd much rather us have this one for the time being until we can find one that is better. Now, we can restock for 70, so why don't we do that? That's actually relatively cheap. We'll restock one last time. Let's see what we get. Nothing. I'm not restocking again. It's not worth it. Ooh, a nameless blade. What? Weakens enemy attacks. Deadly blade story that was lost. Ooh, or a subbrewing bow. I kind of just want both of these just to have them, even though I don't think I would use them. These are pretty sick. I like holding on to legendary items. They seem awesome, so let's just hold on to them. I'm going to get rid of this armor. Probably going to yell at me in the comments section. This looks cool. It does not do as much power as our Eternal Knife, that's for sure. But it does have a reliable combo. Oh, this looks cool. And then the bow looks awesome. Dynamo adds damage to the next attack after rolling. Okay, we've seen those before. Roll charge. It doesn't have good enchantments on it, that's for sure. These don't have that great of enchantments on it. So maybe a misstep on my side, but hey, it's okay. We're here to have fun and find new stuff. So, a thief armor. Let's see what else we can get. And a wolf armor. Not that great. Not that great. We can restock. Ooh, okay. Let's try it again. Let's see what we get. Wolf armor. One more time. Plate armor. And then what's this last one? Mystery armor. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Yeah, the plate armor is just slow. The wolf armor seems kind of cool. And, that's not really that great either, so. Okay, maybe not the best play on our part, but still cool. I always like checking out different things in the shop. But guys, with that being said, we are going to wrap up today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below. Better yet, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking on this series. Let me know if you're excited to see what is to come next. We have been progressing. We are power level 49, which means that we're just about ready to head back to our jungle here and continue on our main path here. Recommended power, 51. We're pretty much there. So maybe actually in the next episode, we'll head back there. But guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you're new here, you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button and bell notification. I do stream over on Twitch Mondays and Fridays currently, so feel free to check that out in the link down in the description below. But other than that, guys, I'll catch you all in the next episode. Take it easy.